You may be wondering why I'm sat really awkwardly to the right of the screen, and it's because I have a special guest today. This is Reggie.
Hello!
Today we're going to be discussing philosophical
Questions! Yeah.
Whilst drinking wine.
Because why not?
Okay.
So, let's jump right into it, folks! So, if a tree falls in the woods and there is no one around to hear it, does it make a noise? Well...
I would say it depends on your definition of sound.
Oh.
Because
like my answer was just like, yes, of course, next question.
Yeah, but how are you defining sound?
I'm defining sound as things that make noise.
And how are you defining noise? Well, noise is reverberations in the air.
Yeah, vibrations. And they need a receptor, is this what you're saying?
Yeah.
To
perceive the noise.
But I think it's quite
Otherwise,
egotistical
it's
of
just a
human
vibration,
beings
yeah.
to assume that all sensory experiences rely on us.
It also depends on what they mean by if no one is around to hear it. Do they mean if no human is around to hear it?
Or a bird.
Yeah, because surely there's woodland animals in the woods.
Well, it depends what kind of wood it is.
Well, how is
Could
that
be a
possible?
haunted wood.
Well, with no animals, no life form.
What if there's just been a forest fire and they're all like,
And that's why the trees fall in.
yeah.
But I suppose there could be like a recording device that was left in
No,
the
but
woods.
no. Let's just take it as if there's nothing around to accept that noise.
So there's no...
Because we could get
there's
into a million possibilities, like...
There could have been a rooster.
There could have been a rooster.
So there's no organisms that can hear around.
No.
Is there still
And this
noise?
tree falls down.
Okay.
Is there still noise?
Well, maybe it fell down really quietly. How do we know it made a noise anyway? And it fell into like really soft leaves.
But that would still make a noise. I mean, like if I slapped you really softly, it would still make some sort of noise.
Yeah. But what if there was no one around to hear it?
Yeah,
So,
I'm
okay,
gonna
so
go
we're
with
gonna-
yes.
So we're assuming that this tree's fallen down in this wood after this horrible forest fire,
Let's
which has
just
killed
take-
all the organisms in the
Okay,
wood
okay.
that are capable of hearing. And the question is, did that tree
Make a sound. Yeah.
Okay, so question 2. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
God damn the Simpsons. But what?
Dr. Zoidberg.
Funky beat. Okay, so assumably clapping takes two hands. But my response to this question is that before the numbers existed, people, isn't it like there was a culture or something, or somewhere in the world, they only counted things like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. They didn't group
Robots.
things. No, it's not binary. No, they didn't group things together. So if they saw 3 oranges, they'd be like, oh, that's 1 orange, 1 orange, 1 orange, rather than saying, oh, that's 3 oranges.
I did not know of this culture.
I'm sure it exists somewhere. Go look it
Well,
up
before,
online.
yeah, someone had to have made up numbers. So
Yeah, so before that, this was one hand clapping. It was one hand and one hand. So one hand clapped one hand. One-handed clapping, y'all. So there's your answer. The sound of one hand clapping.
Question numero.
Quattro or trois or Cinco de Mayo.
Are you in control of your brain, or is your brain in control of you?
Okay, so
For that one.
well, yeah, I'm gonna need some more wine when I want to help me out, brother. Well, I've never seen what a brain looks like.
Really?
I've seen representations of
Did you not
brain.
go to school?
No, I've seen a picture of a human brain, but I've never seen a human
In
brain
the-
in
in
the
the
the flesh or the mucus or whatever.
But you'd have to
A
be
brain
like,
is
quite
like-
high up in like psychology to see a human.
Or a grave digger. Rather, not grave digger. Or a bunch of other things that we won't discuss. Brain surgeon, you know, that's an okay one that we can say.
Yeah. So obviously there's you, and you have like yourself and your personality and stuff,
Oui.
and you've got your internal monologue,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's your brain, which are you utilizing your brain to sort of do what you want? So you're sort of like brain, like move my hands and do this, or is your brain, which is sort of randomly providing you with thoughts all the time, is that just providing you with these certain thoughts that trigger you to think, oh, I want to do this? Is it provided you with thoughts, or really your brain is what controls what you did all day?
Okay, well,
That makes
I'm
sense.
gonna say that you work in a sort of symbiotic relationship with the brain. So, like, my mind is like, oh, why don't you, grab this out the oven? And then your brain is like, that was really hot. And then you're like, oh, whoops, we shouldn't have done that. So then you and your brain are working together to learn,
Like a tag
use
team.
like use oven gloves next time.
Right.
Stupid bitch.
Conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say it's sort of a mixture. So you've got your sort of internal monologue,
Mhm.
and you have like your brain. It does sort of just give you random thoughts all the time. Like if you were to try and just focus on something for like a minute, if I just said focus on, for example, if you were meditating, focusing on
yeah.
your breath, you try to do that for like 10 minutes, your
Mhm.
brain would just provide you with random thoughts.
Yeah.
And they're not your. That's obviously not your intention because your intention is to focus on your breath.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. So I suppose it's like, you know, when you're walking down the street and then all of a sudden you've got the song stuck in your head.
I think the brain randomly brings things to the front and then you sort of choose.
I
what
don't
you
like the
wanna
word
latch
random, but maybe that's
We'll
just
go
me
for
being
it.
persnickety.
We should wrap it up because
Okay.
the battery's gonna go.
Okay, so
I don't know how many questions we answered.
whether we even answered any at all.
We kind of got lost in a haze of philosophy and wine.
So from Reggie and Maddie, it's good night and God bless. Does God exist? End the video though.
I'm not introduced to you.
No, they don't need to know who I am. I'm a man of mystery.